Hello there, my fellow rushers. How are you doing today? King Rex here, and today we're continuing on with Kingdom Rush hero reviews. Last time we left off with Oni, and now we're moving on to the last $5 hero, which is gonna be the last hero in the book that we have to look after. And this is none other than Thor.
For Midgard!
Yeah, Thor. He's a pretty cool hero. Indeed he is. But, his coolness is, nice, but how good is he actually? Let's check it out. So, here are the stats. 650 health, similar to Oni, alright then. Pretty good amount of health. 70% armor at level 10, alright. Pretty good amount of armor. So yeah, it's technically high armor. But, he's gonna be pretty tanky boy. 44 to 55 physical damage. Actually, I like it because it's very consistent. Like, the gap is very, very small. So he's gonna do a pretty consistent damage for the most part. And his attack speed is 2 seconds. Do I like it? Not really. But I don't know. The attack speed is a bit meh to me. So yeah, let's just get on with his abilities. And it's the same case as Oni, where the abilities are flipped for some reason. So this is the first one and this is the second one. And let's check out the first one, which is Thunderclap. The first ability is quite interesting, but it's a bit iffy as well. Now, when he uses it, he basically performs a Tesla-like attack, where he can hit multiple enemies with it. So it's a decent ability, but the issue is that it's RNG. What do I mean by RNG? It's chance-based. Basically, every time he performs a basic attack, he has a 25% chance to do this attack, which is the Thunderclap. And it's not bad. I mean, technically every 4th attack should be, but I don't know if I'm really unlucky with him, but for the most part I'm not getting the Thunderclap, and that could play a big role in him when he levels up, because if he doesn't, he deals physical damage, he doesn't deal true damage, so if he doesn't, depending on how often you get the Thunderclap, you may level up faster sometimes and you may level up slower in the other. So it's a bit iffy, but it's not bad ability. But it works in a pretty interesting way. Basically, the primary target, which is the target that he's targeting, is gonna take true damage. But the issue is that, the main part is that the secondary targets are gonna take magical damage. Yeah, magical damage. Why? Well, that's how they designed them. And yeah, at the first level, the primary target is gonna take 40 damage, and the secondary targets are gonna take 36. As far as the next level goes, the primary target takes 60 damage, and at level 8, it takes 80 damage. And the damage for the secondary targets is the same, it's 40 damage. I believe it's 36 on iOS, so for the iOS users, Thor is gonna be a little bit less good, but still. That's a pretty decent ability. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's chance-based. If it was like, I don't know, every 6, maybe 8 seconds, or alright, maybe even 10 seconds, I would have liked it. But because it's RNG, you never know how many Thunderclaps you're gonna get. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean that was perfect. And now he gets it multiple times. Yeah, again, depends. Sometimes you're gonna get a lot of them, sometimes you're gonna get none. Yeah, I don't know about this ability, man. It's cool, but I don't know. It's not my personal favorite one. I would say it could be better, but I don't hate it. I just think it's a little bit meh because it's RNG. And his second ability is Meowmir. Oh, alright then. Now this one is actually pretty cool, That's when I kind of enjoy it. Because what it does is, it's basically this, where he tosses his hammer and it stuns a pretty big area for 2 seconds. Now 2 seconds is not a big, a long duration for a stun, but it affects a pretty big area, so I like it. As far as the damage goes, it's the same as, it's gonna function the same way as his first ability, which the primary target, which is the target that he's tossing his hammer at, is gonna take true damage, while the others are gonna take magical damage. However, on iOS, sadly, the primary target is gonna take magical damage. So if you're doing it against like a Demon Lord, it's not gonna go as well as, let's say, on the Steam version, which is the one that I'm playing currently. And yeah, as far as the damage goes, at level 4 it's 60 damage to the primary target and 50 damage to the other targets, or the secondary targets, whatever you want to call them. And at level 7 it becomes 90 damage to the primary target and 70 damage, I believe, on the secondary targets. And at level 10 it's 120 damage on the main target and only 90 damage to the secondary targets. But still, that's a pretty good ability. And again, only 15 seconds. It's not bad at all. I mean, yeah, the issue is that, again, there's always an issue with Thor, which is one of the reasons why I kind of, I don't know, weirded out with him. Basically, if he tosses his hammer but the target dies, the hammer disappears. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but that's just the way it works. I know it's stupid, but believe me, that's how it works. Let's try to make him do this. As you're gonna see, just wait. Alright, and this time you get it, but you get the point. If the target that he's targeting with his hammer dies, the hammer disappears and you're wasting a lot of damage and have to wait 15 seconds. Which could be a little problematic on some of the harder levels. But for the most part, that should not happen. And yeah, Thor is an iffy one. I'm just gonna give him an 8.8. I want to give him a 9, but I don't know. I don't like his first ability because it's kind of RNG. Because you never know how many Thunderclaps you're gonna get. And that can really affect his leveling up. Because, you know, in the original Kingdom Rush, every hero has to level up from scratch on every level. So, depending on how often you get it, he's gonna level up faster sometimes, and sometimes he's gonna level up a lot slower. So it's a bit iffy. Now, I'm not saying that he's a bad hero or anything, but he's not my personal favorite. But hey, if you like him and you enjoy his concept, then go ahead and get him. But to me, he's not the best option. I would prefer Oni any day over Thor. So yeah guys, well, that's the last review, and that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future, and while you're at it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out.